Good morning. Had a bit of a hiccup this morning. I had to restart the show, but it's up and running and everything's in there. And if you had a pre-bid, you're still good to go. For some reason, I pushed the wrong button and it disappeared. So, hi guys, welcome in. How are we today? Happy Monday. Hi, Emily. I had a little glitch with my show. It disappeared, so I had to start it all over. But pre-bids, if you pre-bid, they're still in there. Thankfully, I was a little bit freaking out. How is everybody today? It is rainy and cloudy. I don't know. Let me turn this around so you can see it. See it? That's something you don't see all the time in Phoenix. So it's been nonstop rain for about 4 days. We got those tropical storms up from Mexico, and it's created some lovely rain and cool temperatures and wonderful. Hi, Mary J. So yeah, today is weekly finds. I was going through a dry spell. I was having trouble finding those things that I really like and I know that you like. And this week was good to me. I found some Fenton, a lot of Fenton, and some cool stuff. So take a look in the shop as usual. If there's anything that you would like me to pull up, just let me know. And also, for those that are new to me, I do bundle and return me shipping over $1. That's in my host notes. But welcome in. And thanks for joining me on Monday. Trying to be awake this morning, I bet, huh? Just like me. Well, some of you back east, I know it's already noontime. It's only 10 o'clock here, so. Hi, Kay Wilson. All right, let's see what we have in terms of pre-bids, and let's go that route. Okay, so the first little pre-bid I have, it looks like I have a couple of pre-bids on it. Let me pull that up. Is this beautiful? I believe this is the first green mark. Usually the second green mark will have an R registered trademark up here. It's a little hard to see because of the texture of the actual vessel, but it has these little coral-like 3 feet. They're a little bit slightly yellow. Looks like a seashell almost, right? In great condition. There are no chips. It comes across in research as a salt cellar, maybe a master salt, but I imagine it can be used for anything that your little heart desires. I love the bleak. I have quite a bit today. I hit a little lot of that in my travels. So we've got this sweet little bleak 3-footed salt cellar, and it's got 2 pre-bids, and it's going to start at $9, but it's beautiful. It looks like Elliot's in the lead on that. I have some Kokeshi. Some of the Kokeshi I've had, I'm just running them again. I didn't quite find my 40 items, so I added from my shelves. But thank you, Elliot's Landing Deals. It looks like that's going with you. Congrats on that. I have some other right over here. I think they are similar. They match in terms of the pattern. So that's a full set of cream and sugar with the original underplate, which I think is hard to find, but thank you so much. All right, the next pre-bid I have is this sweet little set here at the top. Andy likes to bid on my stuff that looks more mid-century. I'm noticing that about you, Andy, if you're in here. This is how I bought it. So this is how it's being sold. But it is a set of these Italian, and I know they're Italian because it says right here, made in Italy for Delden Design, New York. They're little lucite florals. There are 3 of them. There's this set of green and yellow. This is, I don't know if it's just a flower bulb. It has no leaves on it. This one glows. Lucite does glow, so it does have a nice little green glow on that. The other one's not as bright as that. And it is lucite. You can actually see the metal stem going up in there. Do you have the cream and sugar? Do you have the underplate, Elliot? That's the question. I was like, what? They had it when I bought it. They had that underplate paired with one of the other pieces. I'm like, wait a minute. That's when I researched the two pieces. It came up as a set. So this is these Italian lucite florals, and then they came in this little cobalt blue. Oh, I'm sorry. I'd separate the underplate if you want it. What do I have that the set for 20? So I'd probably I'd do the underplate for 8 if you're interested. And then that goes in that little mini vase, and this is marked Hong Kong on the bottom of it. So looks like Andy has a pre-bid of these little Italian florals and the little mini vase. And that's going to start at 10, and it's a running. Okay, let me pull that for you, and I'll do a little custom entry. We'll let that run, and then we'll add this one I believe is the first green mark as well. And really these two are the second green mark. So if you have the first green mark, that'll be helpful. All right, Andy, if you're in here, congrats. You're going to get some good mid-century Italian lucite and a little cute vase. All right, let's add this in here for Miss Elliott here. And I'll show it to you just so you can see it does have the second green mark or the first green mark. So there's no little registered trademark. Was that 1940s, I think? Let me take a picture. And we're just going to put I'm going to put bleak so I know that's what I sold. Bleak underplate. I said 8 on that. I don't think it's going to be much more than that. Take a look at the shipping when I get it up. I'm pretty sure it's, and I bundle anyway, so it'll bundle with your other piece there. All right, there it is. Whoops, for some reason. Let's remove that from stage. And let's see why. Oh, I know why it went into buy it now. So, Elliot, it's in the buy it now. So you can just purchase it from the buy it now. It'd be the same. For some reason, I had it stuck on buy it now. Hi, Bandit. Welcome in. I see your pre-bids. All right. Nope, I'm trying to do something, and I don't know what I'm trying to do. There we go. All right. There, pre-bids. That's what I wanted. All right. So I have these 2 pre-bids. So let's start with the young lady here. I'm glad that you bid on these as a set, Bandit, because I believe they're a wedding couple. So they are Kokeshi. They're both signed. Excellent condition. So she's wearing the wedding. There you go, Elliot. Congrats on that. So you get the set of the 2. So there's the female. We'll run her first, but I want to show you the male too, and we'll run him second. But he's in his little wedding outfit as well. And he's not signed because they really are supposed to go together. So she is signed. So let's go ahead and run her. She's up there, and she's got a pre-bid, and she's running. Oh, boy. There you go. And then let's get this gentleman out there. Let's get him going. And move him to stage. There he is on stage. Yay! So now you have the wedding couple, and he's running. Hi, Will. Welcome in. Got some great Fenton today. I have a piece of Murano. My mother-in-law, bless her heart, found me a Murano elephant. So if you love the trunk up elephants, this one's a green and blue one. I've got him in there. Congrats on those bandits. Yay. Boop, 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 boop. Did you see these two cuties right here? They're a couple too. They are listed together. And again, this one has the signature. The other one doesn't because they're supposed to go together. Why are you sticking to that? All right. All right, that's my pre-bids, my friends. Let's go ahead, unless there's something you'd like to see up front. Let me know, and we'll get those running. But first, let's go through some minis. This one is does not have a rough pontil. Of course, the minis, a lot of the mid-century glassmakers made these, so it could be Pilgrim, Rainbow, Kanawha, Blanco, all of those makers made it. I'm not, hi Ledge, welcome in. I'm not sure about this one. The other one I know is Blanco because I know the Blanco pontil, but this is an amber colored vase crackle. I collect these. I have a whole set of them. I am going to run a show called a choice of mid-century mini, but this one's going to start at 8. They're all going to be for 8. Oh, good. Glad you like that, CJ. Jane, do you have a show tomorrow? I was gonna message you. Because I think my husband has a meeting tomorrow night, and I'm like, oh, I bet that'll help me remember to go to Jane's show. There you go, Bandit. So that one, and then this one, I'm going to run the other one just because they're the same color and the same crackle. This one I definitely know is Blanco. That is a Blanco pontil if I ever saw one. It's a little mini pitcher, same color, crackle glass, amber, honey amber. And this one is going to start at 8 as well. Oh, okay. Thursday or Friday. I'll keep that in my brain. Hi, Haley. Welcome in. Take a look in the show there. If there's something you'd like me to pull up, just let me know. Had some luck this week in my finds. I feel like I'm kind of getting back to normal in terms of finding the stuff that I normally like to pick for you guys. Hi, Kay. Welcome back. So this one has its original sticker. It is Ainsley, hand-modeled, hand-painted in England. DJ must have been the painter, but look at this. Nothing. I don't even think those are chips. It's just paint misses right there. Those aren't really chips, but it has all its parts, guys. Look at that. Look at the little pansies. So pretty. $8 start on this gorgeous little piece of porcelain, and it's running. Yeah, just message me, Jane, when you figure out what I was going to search your name and see if you had any upcoming shows. I just didn't get around to it yet. But I was like, oh, I can do Tuesday. I won't forget because my husband will be gone and he won't be distracting me. All right. Thanks for looking at that sweet piece for us. All right. So now I need to take a new picture of this item and lower the price. Let me do that real quick because this is just now going to be the creamer and the open sugar. And then I'm going to lower the price and make this 12. There we go. All right. So what I did is I had sold the underplate to Elliot. So I took the underplate cost off. And we are going to move that to stage. So now it's just the creamer and the sugar. Belique, these are both second green mark. There's that little R that you can see that delineates the first green mark from the second green mark. Both Belique in the same pattern. I think that's called Neptune because of the shell-like appearance. Oh, I didn't start this. Well, it would be nice, right? I would just start it. But it's got these neat little coral handles. I had this one too. I pulled it up when I found that other underplate. So mine didn't have an underplate either, Elliot, until I found that. All right. You know, the humidity is 87%, but I'm like thirsty and I don't know. That doesn't make sense to me. If it's so humid, why I'm so thirsty. This is a pattern I haven't seen before, and it is the creamer and the sugar, and they are both the first green mark, 1940s-ish. This is called the ivy yellow. So it looks like little ivy growing, and then the stem or the handle or the stem, the vines on the ivy. It's very beautiful. This one's similar with the little twisted stem. In great condition, no chips. This is going to start at 20. It's so delicate, this Balik. All right, thanks for looking at that. And then this is just stunning. I never find large pieces of Balik, but look what I found. Oh my goodness. So this is Balik. This is the first green mark, so 1940s. It is a raised floral, so that's a beautiful rose. It is all there, guys. Not sure if that is a chip right there. It's just, or a flat leaf. It's hard to tell on this because all of the pieces feel a little bit sharp. It's just very, very tender. Gorgeous little pitcher vase. And that's going to start at 25 and it's running. All right. Thank you for looking at that delicate masterpiece. Let's see. How about a little whale paperweight? Not polished, but I mean, not highly polished, but a nice finished pontal on that. He's got a little blue face. There's a little dent for his eyes. There's his fin there, all there. His tail is all there, and that fin is all there. Sweet little blue, real blue whale. $10 start, and he's running. Do, 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 do. At least my little sound is working. It wasn't working last week. So how about a sweet little sleep-in kitty? It is wood. It has its original sticker carved. He's got his head down. He's all rolled into a little ball. Sweet. That's going to start at 8 and it's running. It's like, shh, don't wake him up. Looks so peaceful. Isn't it, Jane? He's so cute. And they do look like that. Look at his little tail. He's using his little tail as a pillow. I couldn't resist. All right, I have some shelf sitters here. Not sure, they're vintage, but not sure how old they are. The first one is this cute little elf. He's also a little candle hugger, but he's also a shelf sitter, and I had him sitting up there so he can sit on the ledge of your shelf, on your mantle. Christmas is coming. He's going to start at 5, and he's running. I don't have a candle or a fat candle in here for him to hug, but I do have some candles. I have my little Fenton fairy light lit up right now. Should move it into the foreground or background. All right, let me put him back. Move this Fenton fairy light around so you can see it all lit up there. And I found some enameled copper, unsigned, or it could be signed under this piece of felt that they put on the bottom. It's hard to say. But look at that little iridized rainbow. It is metal. And that's a good idea so that your surfaces don't get scratched up. Enameled metal trinket dish for starting at 10 for 20 seconds. All right. Thank you for looking at that. How about a faceted crystal snowman? He's heavy. I don't know who the maker is. It's not signed and it doesn't have its sticker any longer. He is crystal, very heavy, has these metal stick arms, little black buttons up the body, and then a cute little orange nose that's all there, little black coal eyes, a sweet little red cardinal, maybe a red bird on his hat. Very great condition, no chips, no scuffs. He's all there. That's going to start at 15. I should put him, I didn't bring my light out today. I bet he looks really good on a light plate. It would change colors and make some beautiful, beautiful color rainbows. That's what I love about crystal, and especially when it's faceted because the light just goes everywhere. And okay, so when I first started doing this again was about 3 years ago. I could find Fenton animals every now and then, but it has been probably that long since I found one. So here we are. Here is a Fenton iridized opalescent. Then they call this the sitting kitty. It is hand painted by Jay Cutshaw. Does have its original Fenton sticker and the Fenton on the back, and I think, is that an 8 or 9? Oh, 0, maybe 2000s then. Beautiful sitting kitty. And I did check solds on these, so that's about on the lower end of the solds. And it's going to run for 10 seconds. I know for those of you Becky's, you probably run across these all the time, but I never, ever run across these, very, very rarely. And that was on the shelf in Savers, believe it or not. All right, the next item I have is also a Fenton piece, and I never run into these either. So this is a Fenton milk glass hobnail, melon, because of the lines, fairy lamp. It is 4.5 inches tall. Right now it has a little candle in it. Make sure the candle's not too hot. You can see it burning. You can just put an electric flickering candle in it. It does not have the embossment on the bottom, so it's pre-1970s. There it is, $35 start. I think I found maybe 2 or 3 of these in 3 years. My son gave me one. It's gorgeous. It has a crack in the dome, but I went ahead and put it in my collection because it's blue hobnail, and I do collect the blue hobnail. Well, I collect the blue opalescent hobnail, but blue is close enough, right? Here's another piece of Fenton. It was my week. I love this one. I've had this bell before with the little heart on the top. So this is ruby, and it is rose. Now, a lot of people call this cabbage rose. It kind of stuck as a nickname, but this really, in the Fenton catalog, is just rose. And it is stretch glass. So you can see the texture and the look of the glass isn't smooth. It is stretch glass, and it is opalescent or iridized as well. Beautiful, beautiful. There's the Fenton mark. I think that is 9 or 0, maybe the 2000s, but gorgeous little compote. That's going to start at 45. It is running. I missed a couple of names coming in. Welcome in. Look in the shop. If there's anything you'd like me to pull up, just let me know. I'm happy to do so. All right. Bye, Pretty Fenton. I even found some Ellie Smith this week too. Another piece of Fenton. Hard to find piece, I think. It is that wisteria purple color. These are unmarked on the bottom, but it's a little 3-footed candle maker. I love the pattern. I'm not quite sure what that's called. Thistle, I think, maybe, in wisteria color. Beautiful little candle holder. $12 start on that. I was just walking by. They had a cart stuck to the side of things like they had either were putting out on the shelf, but I'm like, well, I'll take that. Love the fresh carts, right? Thank you. And then I have this. I'm going to light this up for you. It's a folded fused glass. They call these nappy holders sometimes, but this one has a votive holder in the middle, and it is kind of Christmas colors. So it's got these little pieces of glass fused in, and it is in great condition. And then here is how it looks when it's all lit up. It's just beautiful. There we go. And that's going to start at 12. Nice holiday piece for look nice on a bedside table or little alcove table. All right. I'm going to blow this other candle out in the... There we go. So it doesn't get too hot. And one of my favorite things, as you guys know, is anything Asian. And so I found this sweet little trinket box of some geishas. There's some Chinese writing, and I know it's China because it says it was made in China. I'm assuming that's Chinese writing. It is a little trinket box, and it has a mirror in the top. Little porcelain trinket box with a mirror. $12 start on that. Everything works great. I'm not sure who this company is. Oops. I just like the top. It's so pretty. All right, thanks for looking at that. And next we have this beautiful vintage. It is a powder jar. So they would put the powder in here with their little, and they would use that for the powder. And this one does work. It is a music box. So when they take the lid off to do their powder, I'm not sure what that says, but that's the maker's mark. And then when they were done with their powder, they'd set it back down. It needs probably a little polishing. It's a little bit dirty, but it's in good shape. $12 start on that. The camera doesn't seem to be in the right position. There we go. table's crooked or that's crooked. It just looks crooked. Thank you. How about, I just lowered my camera and yet I have the tallest piece to show you right now. This guy is so cool. So he's a begging puppy. He's 11 inches tall. He is unmarked. He has the remnants of a sticker here. I think that's the Goodwill sticker remnants, but there's like a little rectangle sticker that would be here. Otherwise, no markings on him. I keep looking, thinking I'll find it, but I don't see anything. He's in great condition. His toes are all there. No chips, no loss of color. I'm not sure, maybe a little, nope, that's just the way it's supposed to be on there. Hi, Michelle. He's cute, he's begging. He's like, take me, $15 start on him. A large, he's 11 inches tall. Little gray poodles. Poodles are like, they have the best dispositions. I have never had a poodle, but I love them. All right, poodle, off you go. I have this other Kokeshi. I bought it at an auction, and they didn't mention that the scroll was used, but I don't care. I think she's amazing. Hi, TN Collector. She is called a sayonara. Sayonara in Japanese means goodbye. So she is a sayonara doll, and the scroll has been used, but this is my, my imagination working. It doesn't mean it's real, but it has these goodbye messages inside to Pat. And so I'm like, I'm just gonna tell myself that the goodbye messages are to Pat Morita, right? Apparently Pat liked to play a lot of mahjong, because everyone in it must be like the mahjong group, because everybody mentions playing mahjong. So this person says, we had fun here playing mahjong. This one said, I enjoyed playing mahjong. There's even some, there's a lot of fun from our first mahjong class. Maybe it's a class. There's even somebody talking or writing in Japanese. Let me see if I can find the part. So it's fun. I mean, if you wanted to use it to actually give it to somebody, it's not usable for that anymore. There you go. There's the Japanese writing. But I'm just going to think it's Pat Morita that they're talking to. And Pat Morita was going back to Japan. And so that's my story. I'm sticking to it. Anyway, so I'm going to part with her. Somebody else finds it just as adorable as I do. And get her rolled back up and back into her cover, which is all traditional. And so you just wrap it around, stand her up, and now the scroll is protected. But she is sweet, a sweet Kokeshi, sayonara Kokeshi for $10, and she is running. She's just sweet. My phone. There we go. Sayonara to the sayonara doll. And the next one, another Kokeshi. This one is a soccer Kokeshi. This young man is playing soccer. It is signed. It is a woody craft made in Japan. Very nicely done on the painting and just the finish of the wood. Beautiful. This one is going to start at 15, and he's running. I wish I could read Japanese. My sister-in-law, she lived in Japan for many years, and she speaks Japanese. It's not an easy language to learn, I don't imagine. And she did that when she was in, I think, college. She still speaks. These two Kokeshis are a Sosaku couple, and this one is signed, but they go together. They look like they go together. I'm imagining this is the boy, and then this is the girl with the flower in her hair. At first, when I bought these, I thought they were salt and pepper shakers. And then I was like touching the top. I'm like, oh my gosh, they're not salt and pepper shakers. Where would the salt go? Where would the pepper go, right? They're going to start at 24, and they are running. I'm a member of a Kokeshi group, and there is just a lot of information that they give. It's a really nicely run page or group. And they can identify and read all about the history. It has all the history and the types, and it's just an amazing group. You should look it up if you're interested in Kokeshis. Well, in my research, found just about every color of this dish except for the lavender. It is a very light lavender. I wonder, it does have a bit of a selenium glow. Selenium being that pink color. A lot of these in green are uranium glass. This one is not, but it is a beautiful lavender they call this cabbage leaf. It's a little serving dish. And this one's going to start at 8. Hi, Robin's at Sister Market. How was your show? I know you were just on before me. Hope it was a wonderful show. Thank you. All right, so here's the first piece of Ellie Smith that I have. And it is beautiful. Ellie Smith glass, angel holding a candle reservoir. Thank you, Robin. Thanks so much. Robin's sisters. I know it is always good, right? No chips, no damage to this beautiful piece. $8 start on that. I always want to call you Robin because that was my sister's name. She passed about 12 years ago, so I see yours and I automatically think of my sister. Good memories. And then here's the other piece of Ellie Smith that I have. It's an Ellie Smith Moon and Star. There's the moon, there's the star. It is a nut bowl. These came sometimes with lids, but there are a lot of them out there with just the bowl itself. Still has use, can be used for nuts and candy, and it's just an open bowl. $15 start on that beautiful piece. In great condition, no chips. It has that lip on it just in case. And actually, I don't even think the lip is for the lid, because the lid fits on top of the scallops. I have an Amberina one, same size. So this is a pottery maker that I haven't seen before. And it should say shills, not shoals, but here it is right here. M, and then that's shills. That's supposed to be an S. I had to do a little looking up, but it's beautiful. Saltware, pottery, crock, bowl. Good for a planter. good for whatever you might want to use it for. Hi, Janice. And that one's going to start at 15. I love the blue and the gray together. It's so gorgeous. All right. Thank you. And then, as I was saying, my mother-in-law, she likes to go shopping when my husband goes up. But this time she found this on her own, and it's Murano. It is a real Murano. It's not the made in the style of Murano. It is Murano. I checked that with the group. Blue and green, kind of a Sommerso coloring in there. Nice polished base on here. His lip is fine. His trunk is all there. Sweet little Murano elephant. And that one's going to start at 40, and it is running. They sell all the way from $30 up to $80. I could not find any rhyme or reason, so I'm like, oh, I'm going to put it right in the middle. All right, Mr. Elephant, off you go. And I even have this authentic Kachina. Don't usually pick them up, but I thought I would try it. I have one similar that was made for me by one of my students' parents many, many years ago. This is a wolf Kachina. They're really neat because the helmet or the mask is removable. Mine has a little stick right here so that you can slide the mask over and put it at the feet. It is missing two little claws right there. You can see the claws on this side. I probably could fashion something and fix that so that he has all his claws. But in other words, he is in great condition. He is signed. W Bear, Wolf Bear, and that's hard to make an O on this wood. It should say Sosie, because I taught on the reservation, and it is Tsosie. Sosie is the name of the maker. He's amazing. Could have been made, by different tribes. Hopis are usually associated with Kachinas, but that doesn't mean that Navajos and others didn't also make them. So it is $18 starting him, which is really cheap. They sell for a lot. Hi, Robin L. Paul. Welcome you. Little mask comes off peekaboo. I love them. And let's see. Oh, this was a sweet one. I didn't expect it to have a hanger on it. And it has its original sticker. It says on the back that it is Russell Glass Studio in Frederick, Maryland. And has a nice backing with a wire hanger that is soldered in to the frame. And then the front has this beautiful slag glass cutouts around it that end in a yellow and a blue flower. The blue flower has a red bead, and the yellow flower has kind of a green. I don't think that glows, but I'm going to check. Oh, wow. Look at the yellow. Oh, all of it's just gorgeous. But the yellow really, really pops orange. Must have some cadmium in it. Beautiful little mirror. $18 start on that, and it's running. Hi, Lisa. Welcome in. We're just going through in order, but if you see something you'd like to look at, let me know. I'm happy to show you. I feel like I look like such a little old lady with my glasses on. All right. And then we have this other shelf hugger. I had the elf, and then this is Santa. Little vintage plastic. Hi, Jay Schumacher. Welcome in. I imagine it's a stocking hook, but it could just be up there. He's reading the list and checking it twice. Got his little bag ready. I love his little happy face with his eyes. He's so sweet. Good condition. Starting at 5 and he's running. I'll be having a Christmas show later on. I have, I think, 2 boxes full of stuff that I probably should. I have a lot of glass Christmas trees. So I probably need to have that sooner than later, but I'm going to go on vacation first. And when I come back, I'll think about that then. All right. Then I have these beautiful Bohemian Czech wine glasses. And I've had them for a while, but I've decided that I need to part with them. So there are 3 of them. I know they're Czech because of the leaf design, but they're smoky. They're not really amber. They're like a smoky glass. Have this beautiful gold band on the top. The pedestal, the base has the gold band around the bottom. All the paint is there. These are beautiful wine glasses. They're nice and big compared to a lot of the Italian and the Bohemian glasses are smaller. These would be your regular wine glass size. Just gorgeous. I kept thinking I would find a decanter that kind of matched the color, and I haven't. So I'm going to lower the price even further. Come on. And let's do these for 15 if anyone's interested, and they're running. On my Thursday show this week, I got a auction lot of perfume bottles. So I don't have any signed, except for I have one Vandermark that'll be coming up on Thursday, but I have a lot of lower end perfume bottles, all different kinds. So that's going to be my show on Thursday. So if you're in the market for some perfume bottles, Thursday, same time would be a good time to come and shop. These, I believe, these just feel and look like Czech, but I can't find another pair like them. They're very tall, and they're candle holders, almost 8 inches tall. They have the small hole for a regular taper candle, but I can envision you using, here, let me grab the votive, would fit in there just fine as well, or bigger, or as a vase as well, because it is, somewhat a little bit deep in there. But this is beautiful, what they call marbleized glass. This is cobalt. It's got some clear in there too. In fact, it's not, oh, now I see what it is. This is a blue line that comes all the way down. Then this is a blue line here that comes all the way down. So the blue comes from the flowers and comes all the way down the stem. Nicely done. They have a nice feel to them. $15 for the pair. They look like little flowers being held up by a stem, don't they? All right, let me put those back. Carefully. Hi, Dane's mommy. How are ya? I know I just had my Talavera show on Thursday, and I had some of these ornaments, but I found another one on my way. And this one does not have the branding on it. So it doesn't say Cabo. It doesn't say Puerto Vallarta. This one's just plain, but it's beautiful. It does have a glow. Look at the yellow, the pink, the green. The whole thing pretty much glows on this one. Beautiful little aloe vera ornament, $8 start, and it's running. It's one of the larger sizes, probably 2.5-inch diameter. Has its string. These make beautiful ornaments any time of the year. I would like to put them on my trees outside. They're so pretty. All right. What's up next? I only have 4 more items in this to show. So if there's anything you'd like me to pull up, please let me know. Otherwise, we'll be doing a table scan and then looking to see who we can raid into. Another piece of aloe vera. It is a rooster creamer, or it could be gravy. It's lead-free, so you can use it for food use. It was made in Mexico. But it's beautiful, colorful aloe vera in great shape. I would water my plants with this. That's what I'm going to do. He is my new plant waterer. He's cute. And he's going to start at 12 and he's running. Otherwise, he'll go in my aloe vera and Tanala box for next time. All right. Mr. Plant Waterer, I'm going to come and get you later. Let me stand up and get this next item. It's way in the back. I love these Italian fish bottles. This is the most gorgeous color. It is a teal green. He's also a large one. He is 10 inches tall. He does have a chip off the bottom right there. I put it in the picture too. But if you, again, cracks in the back, right? If you push him around that way, you don't even see the chip there. So I cleaned up, guys, I worked on this guy. He had stuff inside of him. I finally got it all out. He's going to first be on the stage. He's going to start at 8 and he is running. All right. And this next piece is Viking. I love this color. Oh my goodness. I very rarely find this color, but look at that ruby red. It is so glossy and beautiful. I don't know if this one glows. A little bit of a cadmium glow on the edge. A lot of times the red glass will have that little glow there. It's wherever the cadmium kind of settles. And it is Viking, and it is $12 start on that. I have this one in green. I think my green one's a little smaller than this one. All righty. And the next item is a Wheaton bottle. I just put patriotic because usually the Wheaton bottles, like they'll have a saying on it with a city, but this one has, it's hard to see. It's a bird holding a ribbon, holding an olive branch. And then on the back, it has this shield of 2 hands shaking, and it says Union. But it's a beautiful blue. It's one of the large size bottles. And it's going to start at 10. And then there is one item while that's running. There was an item that I did not find. Let me see if I can find it. I had some uranium shot glasses that didn't come. I had a glitch on my, there they are, on my show, and I had to reload it and restart it. So Then the last item before I kind of do a scan are the set of 4 uranium glass. These are probably antique, what they call Ypres glass, or they could be like an Italian, but the uranium tells me they're older. They're at least vintage. They have this band of diamond um, pattern across here, and then columns. Very short, like what? Not even 2 inches, I don't think, when I measured them. Yep, they are about 2.25 inch, and they glow very green glow, all 4 of them. So this is a set of uranium glass shot glasses, and they're going to start at 20. And then we'll do a little scan to see what's left, and then we'll see who is going to be ready for a raid. All right, let's check it out, guys. So this is what we have left. Wheaton bottle, a little folded fused glass votive, those bohemian glasses, some stoneware, Ellie Smith, a very tall poodle. He's cute. I have a few candle holders this week. That's a Fenton kitty cat back there. Got some shelf sitters, some more Balik still left. And that's about it right there. So if there is nothing that you see, let's take a look at who is out there. Oh my goodness. I can tell already I'm going to have a hard time picking. We got a lot of jewelry. Let's do somebody I haven't done before. Let's do Silver Shoals Studio. I've never done that. So let me get this down. Let me say thank you for coming to join me today, and I hope you have a wonderful week. Thursday's show will be perfume bottles. I did get a lot of perfume bottles, different sizes, shapes, none signed, but still beautiful in their own right. So hopefully I see you then. So thanks so much for coming in and joining me on your Monday. And let's go and see Silver Shoals Studio. Have a great week. Bye.